Hello again, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well today. So, before we get started on the last part of the current available Archon quest, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been interacting with the content on the channel by subscribing, watching, commenting, liking, you know the drill. So, I really do appreciate that. Thank you all so much. And if you aren't currently subscribed and want to see more, please consider doing so because it would be awesome to have you around more frequently. But without further ado, I'm going to stop talking and let's see where the rest of the story goes.
It's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep.
Let's take the morning off.
Huh? Wait, look over there. Isn't that... It's one of Linny's cards.
Oh, you're right. It's been a while since we've contacted him.
Let Paimon see what's written on it.
He misses us.
Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating.
Sounds good to me.
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information.
Very good.
Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered.
Well, let's go find out.
We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more before we go.
Okay.
Hey, you over there?
Yep. Hello, sir. Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Sick
Say,
mustache.
You like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Even people down here play that game?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
They are everywhere, yeah.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks. We're busy with other things at the moment.
All right. No pressure.
All right.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes.
Fair enough.
There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
All right. Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
That would be nice, yeah.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
We just need more information. All the
All right.
information.
Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have, and we also debunked them, but we're not going to tell you that.
Then did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
No, not the gossips in the corner. Didn't know that, no.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
The Bombshell Bros. I don't want to know.
I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing.
Shut
It's
up.
pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day.
Okay.
If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
I mean, based on some of the nonsense that I was saying yesterday, I think we'll get along just fine. So,
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing.
yeah, any juicy gossip. The
Oh.
tea.
Did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
I did not know that, but that would explain a lot. Yes. Okay.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
It would also explain why that guy was wanting to be the next Duke, as in the convict that we were talking to wanted to be the next Duke. He's seen that people can rise above and get promoted and have a decent life, so...
That's right.
Yeah,
The
okay.
Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
I don't know. I need to find out, though.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
As do I. By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
Forbidden Zone?
Yeah, bro.
Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It sounds more plausible than the cannibal cult that we were discussing yesterday, so there is that.
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Alright. Prepare to get absolutely warped. I'm a competitive person. Are these the bombshell bros or whatever it was?
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Alright, let's not look suspicious though, Paimon. Alright, that's actually a good cover.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
That's kind of cynical, but I guess there will be some prejudice, I understand, yeah.
I don't buy that.
This guy might get somewhere.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
Yeah, I wonder if that's foreshadowing, huh, game?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
Fight, 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 fight. Let's do it.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld.
Well, I mean, honestly, it seems like there's a big divide between some of the people, so I can understand why there would be.
Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
It's possible. It's giving me Star Rail vibes back in Bellabog. I think you're right, Paimon.
That's true.
Oh, is that the Bombshell Boys? This is the
There's a
Bombshell
group of people
Boys.
over there. Let's go listen in.
I don't think they're called the Bombshell Boys. Was it brothers? I don't know. Close enough.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Because you were yelling.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
Yeah, we do this a lot. Everyone's just like
What's the
rubbernecking.
matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto?
Right.
We're nice.
Yeah.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Yeah.
But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
I'm sure you do, because you're a gossip monger, so...
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh. It was just a little mistake. Don't worry about it.
Mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Alright, well, this guy...
Your
We can get info
group?
from him. Yeah.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Are these the conspiracy theorists? They have to be. I was calling them the bombshell boys. Close enough, bros.
So,
Close enough.
you two really like to gossip?
Yeah.
Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Sure, fill us in.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I'm more than worthy, sir.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego.
Oh, I got you, buddy. Don't
The
worry.
welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently. Oh, is he the cook? One of the cooks.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Maybe we can get some information about that purple meat if he is indeed one of the people that works in the kitchen, because I'm confused. Was it like a sea creature? It had to be a sea creature.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those
Half a
welfare
month,
meals.
okay.
I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Wait, what? Half a month, and he's been working for a month and a half. That's two very different time frames. Very confusing. Thanks, subtitles.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Yeah, keep it up, Paimon. Good job.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school.
How'd you end up?
Enough about that.
Yeah, they're missing out some of these, like, subtitles here. Normally,
Since you like
interesting.
my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
All right. Huh. Did Lavaroon just wink at me? It seems he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated.
Okay.
The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them.
That doesn't surprise me.
You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
That's fair enough.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
Okay.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all.
Jurio.
Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
I don't trust it. Something's dodgy.
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
Maybe he's in on the cult of dissolving people. I'm not letting this theory go.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Interesting. According to Quisto, a person named Jurio frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
Oh no.
Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow. I never imagined he was that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary.
All right, okay.
Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Oh my god, they're smashing. Oh my... I see what you're up to. I see it. The ships, the brainworms have spawned. It's like, we need to make sure that we get injured and then we can have a romantic time together in the infirmary when Sijuin is out for the half an hour during lunchtime. Yes. Spicy. Love it. Office romance, except prison romance. You know what I mean.
Wait a second. You don't think...
They're smashing, boys.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
Nah, man. If they hate each other, that's what makes it extra spicy. Come on.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Nah, bro. I think that, well, I don't know. That seems kind of toxic. Realistically, okay for fan fiction, real life. No, don't do that. It's gross. So Jurio had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. Yes, stop with the theories.
Okay,
Calm down.
we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny.
Right, where is Line? Oh, the
According to
production
the card he
zone.
left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
All right, I'm on it. Oh, there he is. What are you thinking about?
Huh?
Hello?
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Well, we found like a boatload of information, but none of it is making too much sense.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your findings to Lino.
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts.
All we know is he went into a pipe and he never came out again, even though it's supposed to be blocked. Suspicious.
Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
It's calling me. The most important thing right now is to catch up with him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Remine, please.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today.
Aw.
Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. This was always a part of our mission after all. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Well,
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
he probably knows something. He's not a stupid man. He has probably got spies that have said that we've been digging into things.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
Right.
And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Okay, sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with.
All right, what is it?
Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
Right.
Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What are you wanting me to do? Suck up to the Duke? I can do.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off.
We're sucking up to the Duke, aren't we?
Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs.
Okay, the couple. Do some research on them. Say, oh, I've heard something. I heard a rumor about 2 people sneaking off and having relations together in the infirmary. That's not allowed.
You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting
Yeah.
at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you.
Yes.
Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover.
Okay.
But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger brother.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
But what if I'm the older brother?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
See you, Line. After doing some prep work with Paimon, you begin slowly approaching the infirmary. Oh yeah, very stealthy.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Alright.
There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. You and Paimon hide in a corner and try your best to eavesdrop on the people. Several people appear to be engaged in conversation, but you only manage to catch bits. Okay, Sijuin's involved too.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person?
Alright, we're just like,
Go as soon as you're ready.
we'll just walk up and be like, so what are you guys doing? What are you doing? You nod and take a deep, long breath before inhaling a large amount of vapor from a foul-smelling potion. If you recall correctly, the potion is a result of a failed attempt at alchemy. Oh, God. Having given it a good whiff, you hand the potion back to Paimon. Dude, that was way too quick.
Please help! He's sick!
That was way too quick. Sniff something bad, a stink bomb, it's made us sick.
Whoa, are you okay?
No, bro, I just sniffed some liquid. I have no idea what it was.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison?
Paimon's good at, like, playing the panicked character because she does this naturally.
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
My stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Alright. Thanks, Sijuin.
You can do it, traveler!
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Okay. Sijuin has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Okay, but I sense a but coming.
Oh, that's good.
But
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
okay. Sijuin's using her hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Oh, that hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Getting busted, traveler. Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. Can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
Montezuma's revenge.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
We'll be fine eventually.
And there have been other inmates complaining about
Oh, have
bullying
they?
recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible.
Wait. What have they been saying about the food? Were they also getting like purple meat? Was it infected sea creatures?
Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you?
Thank you, I'd appreciate that.
Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
All right.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Yep, she's a busy bee. Phew. This infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next. There are only 2 people left in the room. Sigewinne just called that woman Lorvine, so she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Jurio then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still feeling like ass. Still not great. I can't keep staring at her, it'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
His stomach ache's really bad. He was stumbling about the
Aw.
whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sigewinne says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry.
Okay.
She's the best medic we've got down here.
Alright.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Yeah.
Ah, well, that's true.
Damn, she must be busy then. If people are getting into fights in the boxing ring or whatever.
What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sigewinne take care of the sick and injured.
Are you one of them?
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
These people are weird.
Are you two also sick?
I was going to say sick in the head. I'm sorry, that's mean.
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sigewinne prescribes for us.
Okay.
That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her... You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sigewinne's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Oh yeah? What does that mean?
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
Dude, this is so awkward. I feel better, so much better already. These 2 seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. How about you'd learn what times they usually do it and then avoid them? That's what I would do if I was meeting with someone on the regular that I don't like. Or ended up meeting someone on the regular that I don't like. But outside of the 2 of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There's a secret doorway. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Huh? There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
Oh no, they've invoked the ire of Paimon.
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
I don't really care, frankly. Sorry. The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? A little bit. Is it hiding something? Bodies. No, I'm joking. Or am I? Maybe there are like extra sick patients down under the floorboards.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
Nah, it's quite alright. I don't want to see you again.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
What do you mean by weird research topics? Can you tell me about it? Because I'm intrigued.
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Zishwin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me. Honestly, I'd prefer it if I was just left alone. Don't talk to me.
It's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Not really, no, because we're having to listen to two idiots arguing, but...
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Zishwin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Okay, roger that. You take the stomachache pill that Zishwin gives you, or gave you.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Why do they... Okay. What pills are these, and why are they needing to take them? I know this is, like, not my business, but I'm curious. Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh?
I don't think they did.
I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now.
All right.
I hope you feel better soon, too.
Thank you. See you.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler,
I
right?
am.
I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
I think that was it.
That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods.
All right.
And don't stay up too late at night.
I will do my best. Thank you.
Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Zishwin's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap, like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Thanks, Paimon. You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. The weariness from work and intel gathering has something. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with Zishwin.
Together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong. So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, he'll recover soon.
Companion, that word brings forth a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax and fall into a restful sleep. I am, now. Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Got you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you, Miss Zishwin.
Can I talk to her again?
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that. You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Sleep talk? Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now!
Oh no.
Paimon talked with Sijouin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
No, there's a basement. Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Sijouin asked Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? No, they definitely weren't. Oh, and was Lorvina and Jurio's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to get the info to Linny.
Mm-hmm. Over the next few days, you and Paimon work at your stations as normal. During your shifts, however, you manage to find opportunities to write keywords relating to your suspicions on a piece of paper. Good. Just don't lose it. You manage to slip the pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable, and she does not even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. Well, that's Lynette for you. She's an absolute master at that. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives. There he is, same place as before. Why does he want to look at that so badly? Yes, Paimon.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
Don't jinx it.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
No.
We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
All right. Well, I hope she manages to find some info too, then.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough.
Okay.
Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
Also, because we've been saying, like, if she's picked up on the fact that we said we had stomachache, maybe she's also eaten something, so we can continue this line of thinking. And it's not unusual because a lot of people have been suffering from this.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten.
Nope.
The matter of our respective loyalties.
All right.
You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui.
Yep.
I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
We have reason to believe that our goals align.
We could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it now.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Hopefully she's not got caught.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sijouin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too, but we need to watch out for that creeper that was like going around at the lunchtime and writing weird notes about Sijouin.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
All right, let's go. Well, hopefully this bloke's not going to go squealing to people that we've been sneaking off to the infirmary, but we'll pretend we didn't see him.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
The Duke's found out.
Strange. Lynette?
It's that bloke. He's been squealing.
As expected, Zijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow her?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan.
Right.
We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know.
She's been put in the basement, the creepy basement.
Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
I don't think this is a good idea somehow. But let's see.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Zijwin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Could be both, Paimon. But she said she was interested in humans and she wants to learn more about them, so maybe reading a book would help her get, like, a base understanding.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Yeah, no one wants someone who's, like, utterly miserable looking after you when you're sick. That would just be awful.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
But why? Oh no, that's not a good sign. No, really? Oh, Lino. Honey, we'll find her. Don't worry. Oh, creepy basement. God, don't go down there.
This is it! We saw it before!
Stop screaming.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Nope. Line leans down to get close to the movable
The space
hatch.
behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart.
Right.
There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
The look on Line's face, he's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Yes. He cares about his sister. I understand. We'll help you. Don't worry, bro.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
Hey.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
Oh, God.
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
The creepy basement.
No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhesly. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Maybe.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question.
No.
Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he only go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
To lure you into the trap, I guess. Because he knows that you can be quite evasive.
Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Aww.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
Yeah.
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made both of them disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it.
That's so weird.
We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side.
Aww.
If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
I need to help my son.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Just calm down, forehead. Line, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Aww.
I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I'll go with you.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
Yeah, I get it. Like, that's triggering some memories for him.
I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Alright, I'll come with you. We need to go. Hello? Chase after him.
The door! After him!
Yeah, thank you, Paimon. How did we not see her? Like, what was she doing? Like, did she just come out of the creepy basement? She had to have done. Oh, I didn't like that smile. What are you planning?
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
That was a weird smile.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Okay.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
She looks like she's gonna steal your soul. Like, what is that smile? She's like, I'm going to murder you in your sleep, and I'm going to look very innocent while doing it. No! I'm for it. Okay, tell me more, please.
What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
That's so creepy, dude.
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
You absolute psychopath.
Wait! Wait!
Oh, he's hauling ass. Quick, let's go.
We have to catch up to him.
Bro, he is just zooming. Where did he go?
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
There he is.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Oh, really? What kind of teas are those?
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Right.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
Where's Fremine, please?
He's not. What do you really want?
Linny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
I'm not really. I'm just here for answers. Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see.
Yes, always.
Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
Yeah, for a period of time until the oxygen runs out, bro.
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
Right.
Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Yeah.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed.
So it does exist.
Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior.
Oh, the knave.
Invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Right, what's your goal, though?
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection.
Oh,
I was
really?
looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Furina have already received many samples as gifts.
I too have a tea collection, so I think perhaps we get along. I still don't trust you. You seem a bit sussy, but on the matter of tea, we are united.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Just do it, bro. Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress.
Yeah, and I can see you'd be mad at that. I get it.
I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Freminet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1.
You just skipped a few there, but alright.
Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. I would like some tea. Can we really not talk about this some more over a cup of tea?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
I want to say Freminet and Lynette too.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so
Yeah.
why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found,
Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Okay.
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Oh boy. Exam time.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal, which we did. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. Okay. Might contain some strange meat, yes. Oh, what the hell?
The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very different.
There we go. Why does the strange meat appear the way it does? The Melazines see things differently. So that the meat, it might look really delicious and nutritious to her, but it looks like disgusting to human eyes. Under what circumstances?
The infirmary is always empty for the...
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Sijuin does it.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Okay, so we're in prison, but they didn't think to confiscate these gosh darn glasses. Please. Anything but the glasses again. We just didn't need to see them. No one's taking this seriously.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
I did like the cannibal theory, though. I'm still laughing about that, even now. It was glorious.
Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However,
I don't know. The way she was like saying that bit there where she goes, it's quite nice to be able to blend in and show that I care. And I'm just like, hold on, that's really bizarre. Creepy.
unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
Yeah, the visuals are
Are we
something.
on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged.
Okay.
All right, now for my next question.
Hit me with it, son.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring.
Yes.
Including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the Pancration Ring. I remember if someone tries to support both boxes at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange blood-coloured liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct. Oh, it's that new product that they were testing, wasn't it? It's the Fonta dude who's trying to sort of sell his product, and they were doing the research, weren't they? But Risley was like, nah, screw Fonta.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes... According to Collins, the Pancration
Is it that
tournament
one? And then it's that.
According to Collins...
Yeah, okay. Right order, very good.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
Again, I was rather hoping that it would be something more gruesome, but that's just me.
That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product.
Yeah.
A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making.
Oh, come on, it's almost Spooktober. It would be a good holiday season drink. I can see it now. The vision is there.
The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the Fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here.
Yeah, he really doesn't like the suits.
And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
Yes.
Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
That is the question. We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Line.
You'll pay for this! Ah!
Oh, a trank?
Lenny, are you alright?
No, he's just been sedated. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Risley's looking really hot there. Oof, yes.
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
Damn.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
She's got a trank gun. I don't know. What's your secret?
Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne.
Are you his accomplice in all this? Of course she is.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
Okay.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Neuvillette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now.
Well, explain, because you're just not giving us anything, really.
His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
Yeah, just help Line, because you kind of shot him in the neck.
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Tea time? I don't know.
If you want, let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Okay.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
What are you
What
doing?
are you doing?
Yeah, what's the goal here, buddy?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Yes. The door suddenly slams open. A familiar figure bursts into the room.
Some
Florand.
space, please.
Hello.
Ah, Miss Clorand. My door.
Fremine.
Oh.
Fremine.
Oh no. She did bring him, so she obviously found him. I mean, he's not.
What's going on? What is Clorand doing here?
Work.
All right. Thanks for the information.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
Okay.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms, it can't be. Yeah, what's happened to him? Please help him.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
How? Where? Okay, this is a question that I had before. If people are ingesting the primordial seawater, like how much do you need in order to sort of end up dissolving? Because obviously in smaller doses, like they were doing with the synth, it gives you like a high, right? They were mass producing sort of drugs essentially. So how much do you have to ingest before it becomes fatal? I think that's my question.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Please save my son. My poor baby. Try to understand the situation of the people around. I mean, he's sitting up. That's encouraging, Line. Line's expression looks disgusted. It seems he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care, yeah. Sigewinne's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
Oh, this poor baby.
These symptoms are probably probably caused by an acute ingestion
Oh
of a large
no.
amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
That's interesting. Is he not originally from Fontaine then? As in, like, is he not just like a Fontaine native? He could just be an orphan who ended up living in Fontaine, you know what I mean? And came from elsewhere, like Mondstadt.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
Oh, this poor baby.
Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Like a tidal wave? I don't know, bro.
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Okay.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Line has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Sijin just said. Dude, I don't know how I feel. Oh, this poor baby. I'll give him a hug. I'll give them all a hug.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Right, okay, so there's a leak from somewhere or something.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Oh.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Right.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Oh, that's so sad.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
This man's obsessed with tea.
If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
I mean, at least he's offering. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Why do you need to do that? Your hair looks gorgeous as it is.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Except that I am. I do this. I'm worrying about all of you.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
Stop showing me the feet shots with all the shoes that look good, please.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
All right, she did live up to her promise. Okay.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
We are indeed.
Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Line and Lynette immediately come to lift Fremine up. Aww.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Aww.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Yes, very well. There is no very well about it. Yes, I'm definitely going. I need to make sure that he's okay.
Duke and Clarander gone.
Yeah, they were getting tea. No one cares.
They probably went in to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Cloran will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Cloran saved Fremine from the sea. What just what happened there? Yeah, the primordial seawater is rising from somewhere, but why? Go back to the infirmary. Can I have a little sneaky peek at what's going on up here? Oh, I can. Let's have a chat.
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
Oh, dude, no. Don't do that.
No need.
He has got quite a lot of teacups. It is making me very thirsty. I would also like a cup of tea, and I think I will get one once I've finished up here. Oh, he looks so tiny.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
Oh.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger.
Well, I certainly hope so. Otherwise, you'll have me to deal with. I'm angry. I'll protect him.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
Oh.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Okay.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Yep.
Where could Master Child be?
That's a very good question. It's a long way down. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god. I really want him, but I'll have to wait.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Okay, okay. Please be safe. Let's go, Fremine. Does he have quicker swimming speed?
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Because he does seem, even like with the sprinting, you know what I mean? He seems to be quite quick.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
Alright, we've got this. Let's go. Oh.
Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
God.
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Oh my gosh. That was some wild visual effects. Oh my god. He's actually losing health. Oh my goodness. Quick. Help this baby.
I can't die here.
That would be so scary.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater.
You can do it.
I have to push on.
Oof. There she is. Has she been exposed to it as well, or was it not reaching as far?
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
No. Very curious.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Nope.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Furina. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
Well, that's good.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. Or I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going
Yeah.
on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
Unless it's like the secret is like the you know, what's it called? The Gnosis. You know, that thing. The Gnosis. But it's got corrupted somehow, and that's how the primordial seawater's leaking. It leaked from wherever it was in the Forbidden Zone, and now it's contaminating all the water. Oopsie. We've got to do something about this, so we've got to call in the big shots. Before, like, the entirety of Fontaine's, like, wiped out because we've had
No,
this
please go on
leakage.
without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
I get it, man. Stay safe.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
This will be traumatizing him, because this is like... I nearly lost Lynette all those years ago, and I thought I'd lost her again. And then, because he's got close with Furina over the years, he's like, oh, I nearly lost him too. Oh.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh. Can I talk to them?
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
Go away, Hu Tao.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Oh.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
No, it's not your fault.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission, so the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Oh, I just want to protect them as well. Please. Save them all. Now, I'm going to demand a cup of tea. I think I've earned that much.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Freminet's condition has stabilized?
For now.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Sejuane?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Paimon's just like, right, down to business. Start talking.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
All right, fair enough. Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
All right.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
Okay.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance.
Okay.
Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
Interesting.
Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
All right, but then they started getting too close to your secret.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise.
But why is it there?
The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Paimon's just straight up going, oi, do you have a history?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
What did you do?
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
Right.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So the Forbidden Zone really exists. What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Yes, but if he's in the Forbidden Zone, we kind of need to know what's in there.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes, what's in the creepy basement?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
That has me even more intrigued.
Follow me.
All right. I will. Ah, yes, a secret staircase.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
It is full of secrets.
stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Once everyone has taken their positions on the circular plate, it begins to move slowly downwards.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
Yep.
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
Right.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Not yet. I don't have all the information that I want.
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Yes. That was my thoughts. Keep exploring. All right, I will.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Do I want to? I don't think I do. This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Merigate.
Right.
Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place.
Right.
But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna blow. The pressure is quite high. That's not holding for much longer.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated.
The water
Any
pressure.
guesses what the reading could be tracking? Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary.
What does that mean?
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely.
Yes.
We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
Interesting. Is it special water?
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis.
Okay.
Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Okie dokie, right.
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea.
Yes, that's very likely.
That is very bad.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate.
Yep.
For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us.
It has to be something to do with that voice that Child's been hearing. Do you think Child has been fiddling with stuff to increase the pressure more because of that voice in his head? Is that it?
The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. Yes, the prophecy will
you know
become
what the
true.
legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
That is grim.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
Okay.
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research.
Right.
There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here.
Okay, the old people.
When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled.
Okay.
The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold.
Okay.
Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow.
Okay.
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home.
I mean, that's quite sad if everyone who has committed a crime, no matter how like small or large, is just all stuck in this place. That's awful for the people that have just done something like a minor misdemeanor and they're still getting like stuffed into exile. You know what I mean?
And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
And they will be reborn.
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Okay.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Yeah.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So, as the Duke of Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Oh god, okay.
This is it.
Oh, it's those two clowns again.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
Right, okay.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
Also, if this is his project, he's allowed to tell whoever he wants. It's not up to you lot.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions?
Yeah,
this is
I
Jurier,
know.
one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Nope.
He's the one who blew the whole institute
Oh!
sky high.
Right.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
I haven't done anything with the research center yet, so I didn't know his name. Or if I'd been told, I forgot it because you know me and names. I don't remember them.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters.
Okay.
As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Okay.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
I don't really care if you are or you aren't, honestly. Can we just get on with it?
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
That was very awkward.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
I know I was sort of joking before, but then this just got like super awkward, so I really don't care. Don't care about your personal life.
Really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit.
Okay.
And here you go.
What the heck is that? This is
What a huge
ship. Damn, what the heck?
This is
It's an
also a
arc.
production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much.
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria.
Uh,
To give you a quick rundown,
vaguely.
Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Yes.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria.
Yes.
And used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal.
That's a lot.
Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
It's really eerie looking, right?
So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Take people to safety.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Right.
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat.
3?
Do you have any other questions?
Damn, this man's thirstier than I am. Holy.
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
You didn't even give me a chance to answer, sir. But okay. Give me a cup of tea. Thanks. No sugar.
I'll leave you here for now.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Oh, God. He means that my actions will now decide the next steps Line's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Line the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
We will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
God.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please. I didn't get one from the Duke, so...
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Okay.
Must have been Risley and Seishween.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
Unless it was Chlorand.
They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I mean, cool.
I really can't make sense of this place.
Oh, this poor boy.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yes.
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Line.
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Good.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
Okay.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions.
Right.
Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Yep.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's Arlenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Yes.
What's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Line's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Chlorand to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly.
Yes.
I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
I do. After some deliberation, you share the information you just learned with Line and company. While sharing what you saw, you emphasize that now is not the time for disputes.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone.
Yep.
Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
It would be in her interest, because she said before that she wanted to help the people of Fontaine, because obviously she came from the country initially, so the prophecy is her own personal concern too.
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
They were both orphans from the House of the Hearth back in the day before she became a Fatui Harbinger. I don't know, because he was a criminal too, so they might have had a past.
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
All right.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
Okay.
Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Oh.
You have my gratitude.
Oh.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
I mean, this is a big problem that everyone's facing, so yeah, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
Paimon. What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
You're always hungry, Paimon. You're back to normal.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
She's like, yeah, alright, I'm out. I'm going. Legendary. I just want to talk to them.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
Oh.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
Yes. Oh, they're so cute. I can't.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
That sounds creepy.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Oh, there's Sijuin.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Hello.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijuin? And I'm
Chlorhand.
taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Oh god, the purple meat's coming out.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What would you like to eat?
We can choose.
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Woolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer. Oh god.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon. No problem. Just leave it to me.
Is this wise? After a while, the meals Sijuin ordered for you arrive. Sijuin also brings drinks over to you. They taste a little strange, but she insists they're nutritious. Okay, the shakes taste genuinely pretty terrible. God, that was so quick. What was in the shakes? Like, I don't want to know. Amazing, thank you.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day. Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious.
Exquisite, thank you.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
What was in the milk? What was... I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just don't.
Sijuin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Both?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Well, thank you for protecting my son.
Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Yep.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned.
Well, thank you for helping.
Oh, Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervulette would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Neuvillette outside of his office. He doesn't go outside.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Thank you. Leaving, you say? We don't do that. Let's have a chat with her. Hello.
Clorinde!
Ah, it's you two.
Yes, it is.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
Okay.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijwin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Okay.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
Well, I'm glad they're getting back on better terms.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
Really?
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
So thanks to Neuvillette.
Things
Yes.
will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Okay. No running.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed.
Well, a lot did happen, yes.
Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Oh my gosh, she's already asleep. She's lying down. I'm scared. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Good night, Paimon.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Oh god. I can hear some rumbling. That's ominous AF.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
That sounds like the pressure has built up a bit too much and we are in grave danger. What's that sound? Paimon, wake up. We need to go out and see what's going on. Just pick her up, Traveler. It's like, just pick her up and run. Oh yeah, those alarm bells ringing. Definitely bad sign.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
He's running.
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
He's just hauling ass, alright.
Hey, wait!
Maybe we should run too, Paimon?
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
Because they're scared, dude.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Hey.
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now.
But how?
His
Oh,
Grace is
well.
telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
Seems like we had a little bit less time than we thought we had. Damn.
Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks.
Aw.
Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Well, I'm glad you're looking out for us. What were the bomb boys or something?
Wait, weren't you the
Bros.
one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Alright,
Shut up!
I appreciate it.
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards.
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom? Yes, Traveler, it is.
It can't be that thing.
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
We will, boys. Thank you.
They're here.
Yep.
Just like I said.
What happened?
It's busting out, boys.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Ow. Yeah, you need to run, boy. Like a mushroom.
Three, two, one.
That's dramatic. Oh my god. His trousers must be so resilient.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
He'll get dissolved.
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Oh
The
no.
gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
He would have ripped a hole in his trousers by skidding along the floor that much. Also, he'd be in pain, I believe. Unless he's got like buns of steel, I don't know. Maybe he does.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Okay.
Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Furina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay. You can explain everything else to me later, but we do need to, because she seemed rather not very happy about meeting with the knave, especially alone, so yeah, I'll do it.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
That's fine. Go to the Opera House. Oh, that's right there. I was going to be lazy and teleport, but I can just use my legs.
Look, there are a ton of Fatili and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon?
Yes.
Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me.
All right.
Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Furina to the best of your abilities.
I will do my best. Oh, she's skipping. She loves her job. Oh, there she is. Well, they got some tea and cakes. Oh, she looks really sad. Oh, she's smiling now. Oh.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned.
Yes, we are.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Okay, nice save.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Oh, I know. Oof, the shoes, the outfit, everything is just top tier. I like it. So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Line siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Come, sit beside me.
Okay, thank you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Okay.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Have you poisoned her? She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her. Really, Traveler? Really?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear.
Excellent
so
taste.
The child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina and I.
Furina and I, they're alluding to... They're like, we have a bond, maybe. Wait, child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing.
Yes.
I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah! Oh my god. Furina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Yes, he was.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, we've only just got out of prison.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
I'm on Ever the Optimist.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Just went.
Well...
He went out. Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
That is good news, at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
Yeah, something like that, and you've got to sort of ask about Tusa. She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Furina. That sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
And no, it kind of does, though, because they'll be able to tell something's wrong if it's not written in his usual style.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Yes. We have, frankly. I mean, it's still holding for now. Look at those cracks, though. Not looking
My thanks
good.
to you both. I will take it from here.
Okay.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh?
We all know what his
Let me
secret
guess.
is.
Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Well, it's something. That's so bright.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Revealing your true strength to a point.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Yep.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Why were you doing bets? Never mind.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Don't start with the tea again, please.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Okay.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Nope.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Maybe yes? Question mark. We tried. We're having cake and tea.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Okay, just get down to business. Like, what's the problem?
Miss Furina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true.
Yeah.
Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine,
Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland.
I can see why everyone's mad.
But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
Just because if she's doing things behind the scenes and no one has seen her actively do anything, I get her.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Furina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front, no.
Then I ask you, Miss Furina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Maybe he's going to walk through the door, like, in a few minutes? Question mark. So was that all a lie, or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but she's now deflated like a pop balloon. I feel bad for her. Like, what's going on?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time.
Okay.
It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Yeah.
Oh, that look in your eyes.
Oh,
Have
no.
you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
It's definitely not, but...
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Okay.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nouvillette's task was, no. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea, but can he really deal with it all by himself? Yes. Seemingly so. And Furina? Is Furina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
I don't want this goddamn cake. Thank you.
You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Of course you will. The knave proceeds to change the topic and brings up a number of less significant matters.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Furina's table, and I was merely catering to Miss Furina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
She did at least drink her drink and eat some cake as well, so maybe it's not poisoned.
It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Okay.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too!
Okay. No need to scream, Paimon. I'm gonna talk to Furina. Is she okay?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
Just checking in to see if you were okay. Alright. We'll pretend that you handled that easily.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what Paimon thought.
Then what do you want to say? Let's just cut to the chase.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Yep, fair enough.
I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
Yeah.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
Not confident.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
There's something not quite right with her anyway. Please do.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Oh.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that
she
often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Like an Instagrammer, or like, you know what I mean? Sort of an idol.
Over here, you little critter, you.
Oh, she's playing with the cats. Oh no, that's so cute. How did she not see this woman? I mean, I know that cat is adorable, but how do you not see this woman who's dressing very sussily on the bench? Oh.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
Or maybe if you stop screaming at the cat, it would be fine.
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
She was just playing with the cat, man.
It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Did she become like fragmented or something somehow? I don't know.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
No, that's why she was so she was scared. I wasn't. The friends theory, I'm so sorry. That was completely out there. The tinfoil hat, it was too much. Look at this cat. It's trying to come for her. That's so sad and so cute.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Oh, that's so sad, bro. I'd give her a hug. And I've said before, I'm not the hugging type. I'd give her a hug.
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with
Yeah.
her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon.
Well,
perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
She's been reading Twitter.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
I've just noticed something. Her hair is white here. I was thinking it before, but her hair's white here. But when we saw her model in the game, it was quite dark grey, wasn't it?
Yes, Father.
Interesting.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Furina and Eudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Right. I can hear waves.
You should know the rest. Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
Paimon's face.
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all,
Even Furina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
That's probably just like a trauma response, though. Let's be realistic.
Alright then.
Can we help this girl? Can someone talk to her, make sure she's alright?
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Furina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves.
Right, okay.
Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Furina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
Yeah.
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface.
Indeed.
It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
I think that need is going to be arising.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Oh, we will. Neuvillette, hello.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other.
Absolutely.
So I'll leave you to him.
Thank you. Maybe he flew, I don't know. Yes, hello.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
Yep.
Thank you for protecting Furina.
Maybe ask what happened down there.
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side, you recount the happenings of the tea party to Neuvillette.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina.
Yes.
She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
Thank you. You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
Come on, just admit it.
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, the Duke's kind of weird as well. It's alright. What did you sense in the fortress of Meripede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
No, don't cry, baby, please.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Paimon, because he is crying. That's why. The clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain became heavier, light rain soon growing to a downpour. And just moments before, Neuvillette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Why am I laughing? It's not funny. Don't laugh. It's awkward. That's why I'm laughing. Thinking back to that legend and what Freminet said, it's that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Neuvillette, you can't be. Yes, traveller, he is.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
He is.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what?
Paimon's like, I don't get it.
Please do not be so surprised.
Give him a hug, please. He's upset. Oh, Furina, hello. Do you want a hug as well?
Furina?
Group hug. Everyone needs a hug here. Damn.
Nervalette, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the Dragon Sovereign of Water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
Just keep shouting at Paimon. I don't think everyone heard you.
You guessed correctly. I sincerely
Obviously.
hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Again, this is directed at you, Paimon, because you have a history of just blabbering.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
Give the man a hug, please.
There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the Dragon Sovereign of Water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood.
Right.
They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the
The
dragon's
Gnosis. Right, okay, got
Today,
it.
that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
Yes, Paimon.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history,
Okay.
you're welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Alright, can we...
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure, see you later, Nervalette.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
You too. Can I go check on Furina? Is he okay?
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
Well, he seems cheerful.
A bare-teethed cat?
Well, well, look who it is.
Hello.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, it is me.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, he looks better now, I think. He's smiling.
Looks like you're recovering nicely, Fremine.
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorant in person.
Good job, I'm proud of you, son.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
You met Father?
We did.
Did she say anything to you?
She did.
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
This has just dawned on Paimon. She's like, wait, she did say that. It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
I don't think she's unreasonable. She's one of the ones where you think, no, we could come to some kind of arrangement. Dottore, however, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he was fairly amicable, wasn't he? We're still going on about him. He's not even in this area. I'm still going on about it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
Well, we'll see about that.
I just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it. That does sound like something that father would say.
Hey! Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
I don't know.
Looks like it, yeah.
Apparently, yes.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm sick of tea parties now.
For real?
Sick of them.
Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
We've just had cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there.
Yes.
How lovely.
Paimon.
Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Alright.
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it. I'll help you set it up.
Oh. Oh, they're so adorable. I know every time I go in that room, I'm just like, oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. But they are. I can't help myself. There's Sijuin. Speaking of adorable people. She kind of scares me though. I'm not... She's cute, but then she says things and I'm like, oh, that was weird.
Sijuin! Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
Yeah, for now.
Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
Well, that's good.
Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Nervillette know that he was needed here?
Dragon senses, I don't know.
Well, Monsieur Nervillette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
I kept calling them the bombshell boys. Oh, God, names, please.
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days.
Yeah, I think that was the plan.
Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time.
Thank you.
I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
I can take a picture, and then you can keep it. Don't worry. Oh no, speaking of which, this is the bombshell bros, the bombshell boys, for God's sake.
You guys are back?
Yes.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Nah.
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
Well, we did leave, and then we just came back.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah.
All right.
I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals.
No.
Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
Yeah, man.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
All right.
Hey, why don't we have a meal with those two one of these days?
You want to cook for them yourself?
Why not? Good chance to show him what I can do.
Wow, they really did like us. Holy. Oh my god, you dumbass. Down. Creepy basement. Oh no. I was hoping I was going to see the Duke. I didn't want to see this clown fiesta. The entire circus.
Miss Sijouin told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? It's you two.
Yes, it is.
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
Aha! I really didn't want to see these two again.
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, thanks.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
Don't worry. Secret is safe with me.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
I really don't care.
Not at all!
I don't feel fulfilled by that particular interaction.
Jurier, the rumors about us are literally everywhere now. Please do something about it.
But it's not like I caused them by myself. All right. I'll try to do something about it when I can find the time.
Or you could just say you're smashing and then just leave it at that. Like, no one cares. Like, it's not our business. Oh, I'm so mad. Alright, so I do get to talk to the Duke. Very nice. Oh yeah, there he is, sitting at his desk. Bro, why are you so far away? I had this problem last time. You cannot work when you're that far away. Like, what is this? There's like an entire chasm. I could sit on your lap if needed. Like, why?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Well, you did say some people don't like to leave.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
Yeah, we know.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sijouin's gift with him, though.
Oh, she got him a present. What did she get him?
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sijouin.
That's cute.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Oh god. What are the milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorand received lipstick instead.
Oh.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Lipstick?
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sijouin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
Oh. Well, maybe she can wear that lipstick next time she goes to see Navia for dinner. I'm sure it will look great on her.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Oh god, not a milkshake.
Are these from Sijouin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Is it tea?
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Oh.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Thank you. Hi, Mon. Calm down.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Alright. I will. I don't want to know what these, like, presents are. Can I talk to him again?
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
Alright. Look at his boots. Damn. Very nice.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It feels like we've regained our freedom.
Being free sure feels pretty special now.
You don't appreciate it until you've lost it, right? So appreciate the smaller things. Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because usually you just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true!
It is true.
Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
That's kind of sweet, Paimon.
It's like, we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go.
Oh,
Isn't
look
that
at
pretty cool?
Look at Traveler. He's so happy. We're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today?
Yes.
Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just the thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Alright, good night, Paimon.
The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
Let's not get too complacent. We should be fine, so don't worry, Paimon.
Alright then. Good night to you, Traveler.
Good night to you, Paimon. Still, where is Child? Alright, never mind. That answers that question. He's floating. Damn. That's a big old whale. There we go.
Yeah.